When the primary dinosaur fossils had been identified inside the mid-19th century, scientists anticipated that the creatures had been essentially large, lumbering lizards. They additionally presumed that dinosaurs have been like present-day, cold-blooded lizards, which means that their frame temperature relied on the encircling environment. However, this perception changed into later fiercely debated. The well-known photograph that we've got of dinosaur body structure has modified pretty apiece through the last several decades, says Jasmina Wieman, a molecular paleobiologist on the California Institute of Technology. Our information of what dinosaurs seemed like and lived like is at once associated with the query of whether or not they have been cold-blooded, warm-blooded, or someplace in between. A new evaluation posted with the aid of using Wieman and her collaborators on May 25 in Nature shows that the ancestors of dinosaurs have been warm-blooded, or able to retaining a consistent inner temperature. The researchers used a brand new method to estimate the metabolic charges of cutting-edge and extinct animals, primarily based totally at the molecular composition in their bones. They concluded that many iconic dinosaurs, which includes Tyrannosaurus rex and the large sauropods, have been warm-blooded. However, cold-bloodedness later emerged in a few dinosaurs, which includes Stegosaurus. Enrico Rezende, an evolutionary biologist at Pontifical Catholic University of Chile who has studied the evolution of warm-bloodedness, or endothermy, calls the findings pretty impressive. The outcomes are now no longer completely surprising. However, it's really suitable to have a few estimate of metabolic ranges, he says, explaining that it breaks far from rigidly categorizing dinosaurs as warm-blooded or cold-blooded. Essentially what this indicates is that we've got this entire gradient of metabolic ranges. Modern lizards or crocodiles should bask inside the solar to elevate their frame temperature, at the same time as warm-blooded animals, which includes birds and mammals, don't want to do this. Being endothermic should have allowed dinosaurs to be greater energetic and variety over large areas, Rezende says. They could additionally be much less susceptible to cold temperatures, because of this that they will be greater energetic at nighttime and could fare higher on accelerated terrain or at excessive latitudes. On the alternative hand, warm-blooded dinosaurs could require numerous power to gas their excessive metabolisms, because of this that they could want to spend numerous time feeding. Understanding the metabolic ranges could inform us pretty lots approximately how they might engage and the way those ecosystems will be built, Rezende says. Researchers have used diverse strategies to discover the volume to which dinosaurs have been capable of generate their very own warmness, says Lucas Legendre, a paleontologist on the University of Texas at Austin. One line of proof comes from frame temperature estimates, primarily based totally on temperature-touchy minerals preserved in fossils. Other researchers take a look at the bone rings in dinosaur thigh bones to gauge how rapid the animals grew. Legendre and his colleagues have extensively utilized blood vessel and bone molecular length to deduce that carnivorous dinosaurs had excessive metabolic charges near the ones of today's birds. The Nature paper shows that, in phrases of body structure, dinosaurs normally had greater and not unusual place with their closest dwelling family, birds, than with lizards, Legendre says. This is a brand new piece of proof that confirms what numerous researchers had been announcing for the beyond decade, he says. For the brand new work, the researchers took a greater direct technique than in advanced investigations, says Matteo Fabbri, a paleontologist on the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago and co-author of the Take a Look At. The crew tested byproducts of metabolism, the manner with the aid of using which animals convert vitamins and oxygen into power, preserved and newly fashioned in addition to fossilized thigh bones. It is the metabolism that determines whether or not numerous extra warmness is generated as a part of the respiration manner and whether or not an animal is cold-blooded or warm-blooded, Wieman says. During this manner, chemical compounds referred to as reactive oxygen species shape and generate molecules referred to as superior lipoxidation end products. These leftovers building up and depart a fingerprint in quite a whole lot each tissue, Rezende says. An animal with an excessive metabolic charge makes use of greater oxygen than one with a low metabolic charge, so it must have better ranges of those compounds in its frame. Wieman and her crew scanned the bones of 30 fossilized animals and 25 cutting-edge birds, mammals, and reptiles. The use of strategies referred to as Raman and Fourier model infrared spectroscopy. This allowed them to degrade the gathered quantities of superior lip oxidation end products. We essentially use those information to deduce the evolution of metabolism, Wieman says. What we discovered is that dinosaurs have been ancestrally warm-blooded. The findings imply that endothermy independently developed inside the institution encompassing dinosaurs and the flying reptiles referred to as pterosaurs, in mammals, and in marine reptiles referred to as plesiosaurs. The researchers calculated specifically excessive metabolic charges for a long-necked diplodocid, Allosaurus, and birds, at the same time as T-Rex had a rather decreased metabolic charge than different carnivorous theropod dinosaurs. Strikingly, numerous in their greater remote family had metabolic charges on par with cutting-edge lizards, indicating they have been cold-blooded or ectothermic. These protected Stegosaurus, Triceratops, and a duck-billed hadrosaur. That is pretty charming, as it method the variety of metabolisms found out in dinosaurs is lots broader than at the start thought, Wieman says. That brings up thrilling questions as to what triggers the evolutionary growth or lower inside the metabolic charge, and what does this imply for the existence of the animals? Researchers have formerly cautioned that warm-bloodedness helped prehistoric birds and mammals adapt all through the mass extinction that killed off the relaxation of the dinosaurs approximately 66 million years ago. However, the proof that many late Cretaceous dinosaurs had excessive metabolic charges recommendations that different tendencies, which includes frame length, have been probable key to the survivors' success, Wieman says. The findings will want to be established with similarly analyses that consist of greater extinct animals, Legendre says. Still, the metabolic byproducts Wieman and her crew probed provide a supply of information that researchers can examine with different tendencies. The reality that they used this new technique provides one extra piece of the puzzle, Legendre says. Hopefully we'll have the ability inside the following few years to give you a greater unique photograph of ways dinosaurs and their near family have been capable of produce metabolic warmness. You are still here, great. You are now among the wonderful followers of the channel, so I will be happy to receive your comments on this video, and also if you want to create a video specifically for you on a topic that occupies your mind, write it in the comments section below the video and soon you will know the wonderful answers about the topic which you want, and now I bid you farewell and your opinions in a new video coming. Goodbye.